How are you? कैसे हैं आप लोग? Well, children. I hope you are all fine and staying healthy and staying in the home. Well, children. Right. So we know we are proceeding in this particular chapter called life processes, and we are almost reached the last segment, which is the called as excretory system. Well, children. So what is called excretory system? Excretory system is nothing but it is a passive biological system that removes excess unnecessary materials from the body fluids of an organism so as to help maintain internal chemical homeostasis and prevent damage to the body. In the narrow sense, the term refers to the urinary system. So, excretory system means so whatever we have consumed, right? We have right from the beginning we have been seeing about the digestive system. So the food, whatever you have taken, so you know that the food is composed of various components, right? Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, a lot of things are there, vitamins and all. Now, after all the digestions, there is some waste products that is formed, isn't it? So in the case of digestion, finally what we see in the large intestine, the undigested matter, okay, which is called solid matter, which is also a nitrogenous waste, that is in the solid form, get ejected through the rectum and finally passes out through the anus, isn't it? This is what we have seen in the digestion system, digestive or alimentary canal, right? Now in this also, it is also the removal of the nitrogenous waste in the liquid form, and the organ which is playing the important role that we are going to study in this particular topic today. Okay, children. So it is one of the most important topic, and it is most of the important organ, as we have seen different organs in our body. Earlier discussions we have talked about the heart, right? Heart and its various functions we have seen. So today's organ, it is also very important, and so excretory system is nothing but it's called urinary system. Okay, children. So what are the various learning objectives? To know the structure and function of kidney, to compare the kidney with the lower forms of animals, applies the learning experience to real life situations, to understand the steps of urine formation, the skill of drawing the structure of kidney and nephron, analyze the parts of kidney by critical thinking ability. Okay, children. Next one. So this is about the urinary system. So you can see the very neat diagram which has been presented for you. This is the urinary system. So what are the various parts that is present in the urinary system? So first important organ, that's what I was telling you, which is taking part, which is mostly involved in the excretion system, is the kidney. So what does it do? It secretes the urine. The second one is the ureters. To convey the urine from the kidney to the bladder. So you can see that there is a bladder here. Okay, so the kidney is there and there is a bladder, isn't it? You can see that this is the bladder, right? Very interestingly, you can see that. Yeah, this is the kidney I said here, right? And this is the kidney. This is the kidney, and this is the bean-shaped structure you can see, and this is where it secretes the urine, and the long tube-like structure. This is the ureter. Okay, this is the ureter, and the urine which is formed, it finally passes out through the long tube-like structure called the ureter, and finally it is getting deposited in the sac-like structure called the bladder, isn't it? This is called urinary bladder. Are you able to getting the point, children? Okay, that's what I would like to tell you. Next one. So talking about the bladder. So this is the bladder, what I told you. Now, so which acts as a reservoir. Is it clear? Next is the urethra. That means finally the opening here, what we can see here. This is the urethra, right? It is the urethra here. You can see that. It is the urethra, right? This is the urinary bladder, and this is the urethra through which the urine passes out. Is getting passed out. Is it clear, children? Right. Next. Now we see how the kidney appears like. Each kidney is a bean-shaped organ with the inner border. So there's the inner border is present here, and it is directed towards the vertebral column, the outer border. So the outer border, if you see here, it is convex, isn't it? You can see that it is like a convex shape. You can see that this is a very beautiful organ here. You can see it is a convex shaped. In physics you would have studied concave lens and convex lens. So convex means it bulges outwards, right? So that is convex in shape. Are you able to see that, children? Right. Next. This is the structure of kidney here. And what does it tell? The kidney's primary function is the elimination of waste from the bloodstream by production of urine. The way the kidneys do this is with nephrons. So it has a millions of nephrons. Each kidney, there is a pair of kidney which each human body is consisting of, and each kidney there are millions of nephrons. So there are over 1 million nephrons in each. So nephron, my dear children, it is the structural and functional unit of the kidney, of the excretory system. Nephron is the functional unit. So please remember it. These nephrons act as filters inside the kidneys. The kidneys filter needed materials and waste. The needed materials go back into the bloodstream, and unneeded materials becomes urine and are gotten rid off, or it is gotten ridden off. So it just leaves from our body. Okay. Next. Now this is about the structure of nephron here. So each nephron in the mammalian kidney is a long tubule. So you can see the long tube-like structure here. You can see that. Okay. Okay, children. You can see it is a long tubule-like structure, and it's about 30 to 55 millimeters long nephron. At one end, this tube is closed, expanded, and folded into a double-walled cup-like. So this is the cup-like structure. That's what I was mentioning. So you can see a cup-like structure here. Isn't it? This yellow in a cup-like structure. This is called Bowman's capsules. So this is in the honor of the person who has discovered it. Okay. So there's a lot of names. If you go for when you become a medical doctor, you can get familiarized with a lot of terminologies. Okay. They're all after the name which has been assigned in the honor of the person, actually the doctor or the physician who is actually involved in the identification of these various parts in the human body. So the parts are given in the honor of those people, right, of the scientists or the doctors or physicians. So this Bowman is also something. Enclosed is a cluster of microscopic blood vessels. So you can see here the lot of blood vessels. You can see here, this is the blood vessels, a tuft of blood vessels. This is called glomerulus. The other parts are, as you see, there is a proximal convoluted tube. So you can see here very nearer to the cup shape. This is the proximal convoluted tube. And distal means far away. So you can see that some of this yellow color. No, don't take the red color one. The yellow color one, which is very far away. It is moving. You see from here. You can see. Okay, this yellow color. This is called the distal. Okay, this is called distal. Distal, right? This is called distal one. And you can see the U-shaped structure. This is the loop of Henle, and finally we can see the collecting duct. Okay, so these are the various parts of the kidney. Is it clear? Nephron. Next one. What are the steps in the urine formation? First step is glomerular filtration. Glomerular, I told you, that is the tuft of blood vessels, I told you. So water and solutes are forced through the capillary walls of the glomerulus into the Bowman's capsule. So into the Bowman's capsule, all the solutes are just forced into it. That's a glomerular capsule is that. And then finally it is getting filtered. That what you get out is called filtrate. Okay, that's called filtrate. The filtrate is coming out of the Bowman's capsule. So this filtrate is the one which has all the constituents. It has essential constituents which has to be taken back from the body, and also it has the waste products also. Okay, the waste products, the ammonical waste, everything is present there. Next one. The next step is called the tubular reabsorption. So it occurs both passive and actively. So children, you should know here what is the meaning of passive. Passive means, best example is osmosis. Just recall osmosis as from your previous learning experience, 9th standard. Osmosis is nothing that, children, it is the flow of water, isn't it, solvent, from the higher water potential to lower water potential, or lower solid concentration to higher solid concentration. Okay, so you remember the hypertonic solution and all. Okay, so when you place a cell in the hypotonic solution, actually the water will try to enter into the cell. This is the example, right? The cell will swell up or become turgid. So this movement is called passive. Active, my dear children, is nothing but it is pertaining to the solid molecules. The solid molecules will try to move from lower solid concentration to higher solid concentration. See, just the opposite. So one chamber is already the solid is very less. In the other chamber, the solid is very high. So actually, what is the logic here? What should actually come to your mind? So the solid should actually move from higher to lower, but that is not the case. From low to high, it is moving. This is against the concentration gradient, and the energy is needed there. That is in the form of ATP. Okay, this is the active transport. So by this, some of the molecules are getting reabsorbed. What are those? Like glucose, amino acids, and even other needed ions also there, like calcium, chlorine, sodium, potassium, all these ions. So they are transported out of the filtrate into the peritubular capillaries. So they are reabsorbed back into the blood. So nearly 65% of the filtrate is reabsorbed in the PCT, that's proximal. I think where is the PCT is located? It is very near located to the Bowman's capsule. Isn't it clear? Let us go for the third step. Third step is called secretion. Secrete means something releasing from the body. Isn't it clear? So if you remember the glands secrete, they don't reabsorb, absorption, secrete the enzyme. Okay, the pancreas secrete the enzymes. The glands secrete the hormones that is released to bring about the physiological changes in the body. So the secretion here, the waste products, all the essential ones are reabsorbed. So remaining of the filtrate, what it has? Waste products. The waste products, what are they? Urea, uric acid, some drugs, and some bicarbonate, hydrogen ions are all moved out of the peritubular cavities into the filtrate. This removes the unwanted phase, and therefore there is a balancing of pH. pH, which is a very familiar thing in chemistry, it's nothing but the measurement of hydrogen ion concentration. Well, now let us go for the recapitulation. So, what is recapitulation? That means let us sum up what we have learned today. So first we have studied about the urinary system. What are the different parts? So what does it contain? Structure of kidney, the parts of the kidney. Okay, there is a medulla and cortex, both two regions we can find inside that, and also the structure of the nephron we saw, and then what is the function of nephron. So function of the nephron, children, it is three important steps are there: the glomerular filtration, tubular reabsorption, and secretion. So this is the diagram of the nephron. So this is a summary of what we have seen for today's session. Next, finally, it is a task for you, for the evaluation part for you. That is the assignment part. Where is the kidney located in our body? What are the constituents of the filtrate that passes in the distal convoluted tubule? So the thinking level, the DCT, what will be the constituents of the filtrate? And describe the Neat diagram, the steps involved in the urine formation. So you need to draw the nephron, label the parts, and describe the steps. Okay, children? Well, thank you. And stay healthy, do some exercise, right children, and be very physically and mentally fit. Bye children.